What would make a son steal his father's throne? What kind of pain turns loyalty into rebellion and admiration into betrayal? Today's story is about beauty, revenge, political manipulation, and a rebellion that shook a kingdom. It's about a prince who had everything: looks, charm, influence, but let bitterness take control. This is the tragic story of Absalom. And by the end of this story, you'll see how unresolved hurt can destroy families, leadership, and even destiny. To understand Absalom, we must first understand his family. King David was powerful, victorious in battle, beloved by the people, but his home life was complicated. Multiple wives, many children, different mothers, and inside the palace, tension simmered. Absalom had a sister named Tamar, and Tamar had a half-brother named Amnon. What happened next would ignite everything. Amnon became obsessed with Tamar. Not love obsession, with deception. He arranged to be alone with her, and he violated her. Afterward, he rejected her cruelly. Tamar left devastated, shamed, broken. Absalom found her weeping, and in that moment, something changed in him. He told her, "Be quiet for now." But he never forgot, and he never forgave. When King David heard what happened, he was furious, but he did nothing. No punishment, no justice, no confrontation. Silence. That silence planted seeds in Absalom's heart. Bitterness grew. When leadership fails to act, resentment fills the vacuum. For 2 full years, Absalom waited. He smiled in public. He acted normal. But inside, he was planning. Then he hosted a feast and invited all the king's sons, including Amnon. At the right moment, Absalom gave the signal. Amnon was killed. Revenge complete. Absalom fled into exile. For 3 years, Absalom lived away from Jerusalem. David mourned both sons, one dead, one gone. Eventually, through political maneuvering by Joab, Absalom was allowed to return. But there was a catch. He could not see the king's face. Imagine returning home, but still feeling rejected. 2 more years passed. No reconciliation, no healing, only distance. Scripture says there was no man in Israel as handsome as Absalom. From the top of his head to the sole of his feet, flawless. His hair was famous. People admired him, and he knew it. Instead of seeking reconciliation, he sought influence. Every morning, Absalom positioned himself at the city gate. When people came seeking justice from the king, Absalom intercepted them. He would say, "Your claims are valid, but no one is assigned to hear you." Then he would add, "Oh, that I were judge in the land." He stole hearts, not by force, but by flattery. After 4 years of quiet manipulation, Absalom made his move. He asked David for permission to go to Hebron. Under the appearance of fulfilling a vow, he declared himself king. Messengers spread across Israel. Support gathered quickly. Even David's trusted advisor, Ahithophel, joined Absalom. The rebellion was real. When David heard the news, he didn't fight immediately. He fled Jerusalem, barefoot, weeping. The king became a refugee, a father betrayed by his own son. David instructed his commanders, "Deal gently with the young man Absalom for my sake." Even after betrayal, David still loved him. The battle between father and son was fierce. Absalom rode on a mule beneath a large oak tree, his famous hair caught in the branches. He hung suspended between heaven and earth. The symbol of his pride became his downfall. When Joab found him, he ignored David's instruction. He killed Absalom. The rebellion ended. When David heard the news, he didn't celebrate victory. He wept. "Oh, my son Absalom, my son Absalom, if only I had died instead of you." The throne was restored, but the family was shattered. Victory felt like loss. Absalom's betrayal was not sudden. It grew from unresolved injustice, leadership silence, bitterness, pride, ambition without submission. Pain that is not healed often becomes rebellion. Charm without character becomes manipulation, and influence without integrity becomes destruction. Unresolved, hurt turns dangerous. Absalom never processed Tamar's trauma in a healthy way. When pain festers, it mutates. Talk, heal, forgive, seek counsel. Leadership silence has consequences. David's failure to act created a vacuum. In families, workplaces, churches, unresolved issues grow. Flattery is not loyalty. Absalom won hearts with words. But popularity is not the same as righteousness. Be cautious of leaders who tell everyone exactly what they want to hear. Pride can trap you. The very thing Absalom was known for, his hair, his image became the instrument of his death. Sometimes what we boast in becomes our weakness. This story happens today in many forms. Siblings divided over unresolved family wounds, employees undermining, leaders instead of addressing conflict, children rebelling due to unaddressed hurt, leaders ignoring issues until they explode. Bitterness is quiet at first, then it becomes strategic, then it becomes destructive. Healing is always cheaper than rebellion. Absalom could have been a great leader. He had charisma, influence, intelligence. But character matters more than charm, and revenge never heals what forgiveness can. The tragedy isn't just that he betrayed his father, it's that reconciliation never fully happened. And sometimes the greatest losses aren't battles, they're broken relationships. If this story challenged you, if it opened your eyes to the power of bitterness and pride, like this video, subscribe for more powerful, common, uncommon, and shocking Bible stories. Turn on notifications so you never miss what's next. Because sometimes the most important lessons come from the most painful betrayals. And remember, deal with hurt before hurt deals with you.